The fisherman unexpectedly found a stack of 50 yuan bills on the beach. Without thinking much, he assumed he had struck it lucky, but as he put the money away and prepared to leave, more bills emerged from the seaweed pile. The man suddenly realized that things were not so simple, and indeed, he found another wad of cash in the grass. The fisherman instantly became tense, continuously feeling through the seaweed pile, only to see an entire bag full of money appear before him. At this, the man was utterly stunned. Without thinking further, he zipped up the bag and, taking advantage of the absence of others, carried it back home. But when he reached his doorstep, he suddenly stopped. At this point, desire had clouded his mind. After hesitating for a moment, he still decided to keep the bag of money for himself, unaware that this money would bring him mortal danger. Next, he filled an iron bucket with water, then placed the seaweed-covered bills inside to wash them clean. He then spread a fishing net across the entire warehouse, finally securing the bills on the net to air dry. The fisherman stared blankly at the room full of money, instantly feeling as if he had reached the pinnacle of life. To hide this illicit wealth, he did not even let his wife know about it. Yet, the fisherman continued his daily routine, selling the seaweed he collected to the town to earn a meager income for the household. That day, however, his wife suddenly noticed that he had prepared a lavish seafood feast. Before she could react, the man pulled out his recent earnings. Faced with the suddenly appearing money, the woman looked puzzled, but the man explained that he had taken on some extra work. Yet, this explanation did not dispel his wife's suspicion. Later, when the man returned to the beach to collect seaweed again, he discovered a small boat washed ashore. Approaching to inspect it, he found a 10 yuan bill floating inside. At that moment, he immediately realized something was wrong. His found money might be linked to this boat. Panicking, he dragged the boat to a secluded area and, taking advantage of no one being around, set it on fire. However, this action drew the attention of the police. When officers investigated the area, they also found bills in the grass piles, and nearby, his wife happened to see this scene. That evening, as she slept, she suddenly awoke to find that her husband was missing. She went to the kitchen and found her husband preparing breakfast. At that moment, urgent knocking suddenly sounded at the door. It was the old man who collected seaweed, coming to return the bills he had received from the seaweed. The man immediately grew nervous, hastily claiming that the money was not his. However, the old man said, "Then let everyone take their share." Observing the old man's actions, the fisherman seemed to realize that he might know something, while his wife looked at him helplessly. Facing this situation, the fisherman was at a loss. Yet the next day, during his work, he discovered another strange and unsettling scene.